Sister wives shock. Robyn hospitalized as Kody wanders off with Aurora. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss an update. In a twist of events that's left Sister Wives viewers reeling, Robyn Brown, Kody's fourth wife, was taken to the hospital after becoming seriously ill. But what's made headlines isn't Robyn's health crisis, Kody's response, or lack thereof. Rather than remaining at Robyn's bedside, he departed, opting instead to hang out with Aurora, Robyn's daughter from a former relationship, for a household that spent years dancing with heartache, jealousy, loyalty, and strength in the glare of reality television. This moment feels particularly raw. It's stripping away layers that many believe they already knew and exposing some painful realities beneath. Let's run through what actually went down using first-hand testimonials, eyewitnesses, and what we've learned from the Brown family's complicated history. It started quietly. Started with something that seemed insignificant. Robyn had complained of dizziness and exhaustion earlier in the week. She initially attributed it to stress or perhaps a little dehydration. She assumed a good night's sleep would cure her, but others were not as confident. Her complexion was pale. She struggled to keep her balance, and when she talked, she would sometimes get confused, like she couldn't keep up. One source who was close to the family explained, Robyn insisted she was okay, but you could tell from her eyes something was off. She even almost fainted when she tried to get up, but she just kept repeating, "I just need water." It was heartbreaking. Scary turn. By midweek, something terrifying happened. Robyn fainted at home and was taken to the hospital by ambulance. Family members ran behind her, clearly shaken, faces etched with anxiety. Doctors have not issued an official diagnosis yet, but rumors abound. It might have been a life-threatening infection or possibly something cardiovascular in nature. A friend of the family who accompanied her to the ER explained she was crying, saying, "I don't want to die." It was one of the hardest things to hear. We all hoped this would finally wake Kody up. But what did he do next? That's where things get really controversial. Kody's response? Early in the morning, after admitting Robyn, Kody did appear. He was standing beside her hospital bed. He brushed her hair, spoke softly to her, even took her hand. It appeared, at least momentarily, as though he were there. Really? There? Yet, an hour later, he departed. Witnesses indicate that he walked into the hallway, took out his phone, and dialed Aurora, Robyn's oldest daughter. And in a flash, he invited her to go pick him up. The couple left the parking lot of the hospital. Together, not in tears and worry, but laughing and joking like it was just a normal night. Even that evening, Aurora posted a humorous Instagram story. She and Kody sitting at a local diner eating burgers and milkshakes. The caption, "Dad-daughter night." It wasn't long before others caught on and responded. And family in shock in the hospital. Meanwhile, the scene could not have been more somber. The medical staff, who were accustomed to families clustering around a patient in distress, were said to have been shocked that no one, least of all a spouse, remained behind with Robyn. One of the nurses related a poignant anecdote. She kept asking for her husband. She was crying, telling us she didn't want to be alone. We kept assuring her that he'd return soon, but he never returned. You could see it in her face. She felt utterly abandoned. And the response outside the hospital was similarly fierce. Brown family members, apart from their strained and complicated relationships, were said to be angered. One of Kody's ex-wives, Janelle, was said to have personally called the hospital to inquire about Robyn. She even sent her flowers. That is no small step given their past. Mary, who is one of Kody's past flames, posted a brief yet impactful message on Instagram that immediately gained traction from fans. The measure of a man and is how he shows up when someone needs him most. It did not directly mention Kody, but the message was clear and direct. Even Christine, who was making headlines following her breakup with Kody and new life with husband David Woolley, was said to have even volunteered to come sit by Robyn at the hospital. Robyn, for her own reasons, said no. But then there was the question on everyone's minds. Why would Kody leave his badly ill wife just to spend time with her daughter? A pattern fans know too well. This was not a one-time mistake. For years, fans of Sister Wives have made comments about Kody's seeming favoritism, particularly towards Robyn and her children, and at the center of all that, Aurora. Kody formerly took in Aurora when he married Robyn. And there are those who think there's a peculiar bond between them. To others among his fans, it appears Aurora has been the one child who worshipped Kody all along. Something very different from most of his biological children who have become estranged or remote following the family breakup. One insider said to be close to the family laid it out this way. Kody feels like Aurora is the only one who still has respect for him as a head of household. She doesn't question him. She doesn't challenge him, and that feels safe to him. So that's where he goes. Even those who know him were shocked. Now, even people who were aware of Kody's obvious favoritism towards Aurora were shocked at what ensued next. Abandoning your ailing wife in a hospital bed just to go out and have burgers with her daughter. That went beyond favoritism. It ventured into something that really took people by surprise. Robyn's heartbreak. Robyn, who remained in the hospital and battled to recover, finally found out what was happening, and when she discovered Kody hadn't just gone out but had left home to go spend time with Aurora, it hit her hard. She cried out when she heard a nurse remembered. She kept repeating, "Why isn't he here? Why is he with her?" She kept asking us over and over again to look and see if he was going to come back. You could just feel how heartbroken she was. As another visitor, a family friend, hushed it from Robyn. "If this is how he treats me when I am ill, perhaps I was mistaken about him. Perhaps I don't mean as much to him as I believe." Public outrage explodes. No sooner did images of Kody and Aurora having their night out surface on social media. The outrage was immediate and blistering. Fans descended on the Brown family's Instagram accounts and released their anger in comments. "You abandoned your wife in the hospital to have burgers? Shameful." Robyn stood up. "For you, for years, and this is what you do to her. Aurora is not your wife. Be good to the woman who stayed with you when no one else would." On Reddit, meanwhile, fan-run forums buzzed with speculation. Some theorized that Kody currently hates Robyn for being weak. Others claimed he just doesn't know how to support anyone emotionally. One popular post didn't mince words. "It's obvious now Kody only loves the control and the attention. The moment Robyn needed actual care, he ghosted. Pathetic is marriage on the rocks." With feelings running high, fans and insiders alike are beginning to pose a tough question. Is this the end of the road for Robyn and Kody's marriage? Robyn has long been considered Kody's favorite. The one wife he really picked when the others left him. But now, even she might be wondering if it's all over. Insiders tell us she's been badly shaken by his behavior. Things are escalating now because she keeps asking herself, what if I had perished? Would he even care? Or would he just take Aurora out to dinner and continue as usual? A source explained she's now viewing him totally differently. "I don't know if she'll escape him, but she won't trust him the same anymore." Ironically, just when Robyn is having one of the most difficult times in her marriage, it's her old sister wives, once competitors, who have rallied around her. Janelle was said to have sent a considerate care package to the hospital, complete with books, treats, and cozy socks. Mary not only put out that blunt message on the web, but she personally called the hospital to offer Robyn well wishes too. Christine reaches out and fans take notice. Christine, who is now happily remarried to David Woolley, also contacted Robyn. She purportedly sent a brief but sincere text. "You're stronger than you know. Take care of yourself." That little gesture said it all. One of Robyn's fans captured it just right in a remark online. "Isn't it wild that the women Kody dumped are the ones showing up for Robyn while he's off having milkshakes with Aurora?" That says it all. A pattern that's hard to ignore. For longtime Sister Wives watchers, Kody's actions and Robyn's health crisis aren't surprising. It's just part of a long, concerning pattern. Over the years, fans have watched him emotionally check out during pivotal moments in his family's life. Whether it was during Mary's emotional breakdown, Janelle's financial hardship, or Christine's slow and painful loneliness before she left, Kody has consistently pulled away when his support was needed most. And now, the one wife many believed he favored above all, Robyn is facing the same emotional abandonment. A family friend didn't mince words. "This is just who Kody is. He's good when things are easy, but the minute someone actually needs him, he vanishes." Even Robyn couldn't change that. It's Robyn's condition, and what's next? Fortunately, Robyn is still in the hospital, but reportedly stable and on her way to a complete recovery. Kody, on the other hand, has made no public comment regarding what had occurred. In fact, yesterday, he and Aurora were spotted exiting a supermarket together, laughing and laden with bags of snacks. No word about Robyn, no remorse to be seen. According to insiders, Robyn intends to see him off when she's discharged. "She's devastated, but there's a strength in her now that doesn't scream," said one source. "She said to me, if he won't be there for me when I need him most, what's the point of it all?" Whether this is the tipping point for their marriage has yet to be seen. But there are many who now ask, will Robyn finally join Christine, Janelle, and Mary on the exit list and leave Kody once and for all? Fan reaction? Overwhelmingly furious. In the weeks since news of the story broke, fans have inundated social media. And most of the posts have not been flattering for Kody. Some replied with actual sadness for Robyn, saying they never imagined she'd be the one to be left in the state. Others were unflinching, quoting, "It about time she realized the truth." Some standout posts, "I don't even like Robyn, but nobody deserves to be left alone in a hospital. It's about time she realized who Kody really is." The wives should just start their own show without him, Aurora's role. Though most of the blame has been placed on Kody, some fans also question Aurora's role in it all. Was she not aware that her mom was seriously ill? And if she did, why eat dinner out? One insider on the family's behalf came to her defense. Aurora adores her mom to death. She was not happy about what did happen, but she also worships Kody. If he calls and asks her to come pick him up, she's going to go. That's just the kind of grip he has on her. A family at a crossroads. With Robyn still recovering, a family at the breaking point. With Robyn recovering, Kody getting increasingly criticized. And the ex-wives inserting themselves with surprising backup. The Brown clan is at a vital juncture. Will Robyn confront Kody? Will she finally leave him? Will Kody finally see the hurt he's inflicted? Not only now, but for years. Okay? And the biggest question of all, is this family ever going to be able to heal from a betrayal so profound? For so long, Robyn had appeared unattainable. She was Kody's favorite wife, guarded and sheltered from everyone else. But when her body and her heart were at their weakest, he let her down in the most public, excruciating fashion. Rather than staying by her side, he opted to keep the time with Aurora, the harsh reality and an empowering reminder. No matter how much somebody appears to be the favorite, when someone reveals to you who they really are, believe them. One fan put the sentiment perfectly. Robyn thought she was different. Now she knows she's just another wife. Kody let down. Whatever comes next, this much is certain. The Brown family cracks have widened and deepened to a degree never before. And this time around, even Robyn might not be able or willing to forgive. New bombshell in store. Janelle and Mary speak up, just when viewers thought they'd witnessed the height of the Brown family drama. Recent news indicates another tempest is brewing, one that might reveal long-dormant secrets. Sources close to Janelle and Mary report the two stars are set to make damning accusations in an explosive episode later this season. Their complaint, how Kody supposedly manipulated them into financially supporting him. Large amounts, they say, were spent not for the benefit of the entire family, but to maintain Robyn and her kids without their complete knowledge. This may be the greatest shift yet in the way fans perceive Kody and the entire sister-wife saga, a history of unequal finances. To make sense of this feud, we have to look back to the beginning of the show. Early on, the Browns purportedly combined all their resources into one bank account, one family. Janelle particularly bore the burden, working full-time outside the house to support the family. Mary worked too, despite her relationship with Kody gradually deteriorating. Christine worked primarily as a mother, but contributed financially when she could. But it all seemed to change after Robyn became a part of the family. Viewers saw it coming. Increased expenditure on Robyn's house, her clothing, and her children. And it wasn't just the audience. Members within the family started to notice it as well. One source summed it up bluntly: "We always knew things weren't exactly equal." But what we didn't realize was how much Kody was withdrawing from Janelle and Mary, without them necessarily knowing where the cash was actually going. Years of silent resentment. Sources say Janelle and Mary's decision to speak out wasn't impulsive. It's the result of years, maybe even decades, of feeling dismissed, misled, and used. And now, with Robyn's recent ordeal casting even more doubt on Kody's intentions and character, the timing feels right for the truth to come out. While filming the final season, something changed behind the scenes. Janelle, normally level-headed and steady, reportedly took Kody aside in private and confronted him regarding some money that didn't add up. She demanded complete access to the family's financial documents, something she claimed she was never granted access to previously. An inside source accounted for it this way: "Janelle's no dummy. She's smart about numbers." She began to pick up on inconsistencies. Things just weren't adding up. When she questioned Kody about it, rather than get back to her with answers, he became defensive, accused her of not trusting him. And that's when she really knew something wasn't right. Mary, too high up so long she'd kept her head down and worked hard to be the beautiful wife. Even as her marriage crumbled, started to wake up as well. She is said to have begun looking back over what she'd invested in the family over all those decades. And the more she did look, the more she saw clearly. She'd invested everything, emotionally certainly, but financially as well. One source explained, Mary saw that she had been enabling a family that was not enabling her. And once Mary and Janelle began